Hi and welcome back to the program. So now we're going to take a look at what the Finder is. So in Windows we have something called the Explorer, Windows Explorer, which essentially when you open a folder or something like that, you get the Explorer popping up. And in Mac this is called the Finder. So the Finder lets you visualize your file system or your computer in a really easy to use way. So sometimes it'll be very interesting to have the different columns here. For example, here I have my hard drive, it's the Mac HD. And inside Mac HD, I've got these folders. One of the folders is applications. And in here I have most of my applications in the computer. So if you want to take a look at the apps you got on your computer, you can go to Mac HD and then applications. Other things are, for example, the library, which you will not be looking at, system, and most importantly, users. In users, there are all your users in your computer. In my case, this is my user. Inside my users, inside my home folder, which is, this is called the home folder, you have all these things over here, which are visible here. So a bunch of stuff, all these folders with or files with a dot before it are hidden files and folders that I'm showing them, because I do computer programming and sometimes I need them. But here are the rest of some of your files. So in my case, sometimes I save here files temporarily and things like that. The most important thing in this column can be viewed also on the left side of the Finder. So for example, your documents, your downloads, movies, music, and things like that. For example, these recordings, I save them onto my movies. You can save them wherever you want. It doesn't have to be movies. Another important feature of the Finder is called AirDrop. AirDrop lets you share wirelessly with others nearby. So if you activate AirDrop and someone with another Mac activates AirDrop beside you, you can send them files wirelessly, which is simply amazing. And it's something I really didn't know a computer could do until very recently. So AirDrop is a fantastic tool if you want to send someone something really quickly. And other folders you can put here, like Google Drive and Copy and Dropbox, are all the same sort of service for sharing files. Under the Devices tab, you'll have other devices. For example, if I plug in my external hard drive or my iPhone, I'll get them here. Boot Camp is simply my copy of Windows that I've got installed in this laptop. I can use Windows as well as the Mac from this laptop. So if I restart into Windows, I'll restart into the Boot Camp sort of part instead of the Mac. Shared are different computers that are shared on the network. You can access maybe the documents or images or printers, things like that. And something very interesting about Finder is the tags. So for example, I've got some tags here, and you can select any file or folder, for example, this one, and assign a tag to it. Or you can drop it onto here. And then if I click on the tab, I get the files that are assigned to that tag. And that's great if you want to drop something there quickly, or if you want to organize all the files of the same type. Tags are just fantastic, and they were added very recently on the one of the latest iterations of this operating system that we're using. And of course, another interesting part is how you can for example, go to your documents. Instead of seeing it as columns, you can just see it as one big list, and then you get more information, such as the date when the file was modified, or the size, or whether it's the sort of file it is. You can also see it in a like this. I don't like it very much because it's too messy. And we can also see it this way, which is great for photographs. For example, you can actually see a thumbnail of the photograph, and then you also have a list. You have things like arrange by, which lets you reorder the things and stuff like that. And of course, if you ever want to send someone a file, you can compress the file and put it in an email. So these are the sort of things we can do with Finder, but of course we're going to be using Finder throughout the course to essentially do everything with the Mac. So it's good to get accustomed to it. This is a pretty short introduction to the things it can do. And in the next section, we're going to be looking at one of the main Apple apps in the Mac. So I'll see you in the next one.